In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 of my very top tips to help you get rid of that frustrating itchy anus. And stick around to the very end because the last few tips you're never told about for an itchy bum. Okay, so let's kick things off with a fact. Over 90% of cases of an itchy anus is caused by prolonged contact of feces with your skin. Now, there are other reasons for it as well, which I will leave loads more information in the description below on when to seek medical advice for it. But for now, let's kick things off with what you can do to get rid of that itchy butt. Okay, so let's begin with tip number 1, and it's all about cleaning your bottom. And I know we've all been doing it for years, okay? And I know you're all a pro at it. However, this is probably the number 1 culprit that I see that causes an itchy anus, okay? Because you've gone to the toilet, you've emptied your bowels, and then you wipe, and you wipe, and you wipe, and you wipe. And by the way, this is pretty soft tissue, okay? But when it's not, and you're wiping, and that area of skin is very sensitive, it's causing these micro tears. It's like sandpaper, you know, just rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. And these micro tears are what causes the itchy anus. And trust me, just by stopping this can make a massive difference. And in tip number 2, I'm gonna tell you what we do instead. Straight on to tip number 2, this really is my number 1 recommendation for anyone who's suffering with an itchy anus, okay? After every time you empty your bowels, you need to get into the habit of washing your bottom. If you have a bidet, excellent, use it. And once you've washed your bottom, just pat it dry with a clean towel or some tissue paper. Just pat it dry. No rubbing, okay? This will make a massive, massive change for anyone who's suffering with anal itching. Straight on to tip number 3, when it comes to calming down that itchy, irritated skin in your bottom area, then relief creams can be a game changer, okay? But make sure they've got the following types of ingredients in them, okay? So glycerin's really good, calamine, kaolin, menthol, zinc oxide, they're all excellent, okay? What they do is it obviously causes a soothing effect, but they also cause a moisturizing barrier which prevents water escaping from the skin, which keeps it hydrated. One top tip as well, always apply these creams after a bowel motion, that way it's in the area for longer. Straight on to tip number 4, underwear. Firstly, you want to wear loose fitted cotton underwear so it can breathe nicely in the genital area. Secondly, change your underwear daily with a fresh pair, okay? If you're constantly reusing the same underwear and it's damp and it's warm down there and fungi and bacteria absolutely love it, which obviously is going to make that itching worse, okay? Lastly, whenever you've gone for a shower and you clean yourself, make sure you're drying those areas really, really well as well before you dress. Next tip to get rid of an itchy anus. This is something that's not commonly spoken about, and certain foods and drinks can actually make it worse down there, okay? So for example, when we're talking drinks, we're talking beer, we're talking milk, we're talking citrus juices, and we're talking caffeinated drinks, okay? Coffee, tea, energy drinks, all that sort of stuff. They can alter the pH of your stools, which then can cause more sensitivity down in your bottom area, okay? In terms of foods, chocolates, tomatoes, nuts, and popcorn, okay? If you're having lots of these, try and cut down on them. They all contain a certain compound that for some individuals can cause more skin sensitivity, particularly in the bottom area, okay? So with all of these, try and sort of reduce how much you're having of each and see if you can find any correlation. So next up, I want to tell you about Pranicura and their FDA registered over-the-counter cream for hemorrhoids, anal fissures, and severe anal itching. Now Pranicura are very good friends of the channel and they've patented this unique steroid-free formulation that's safe and made in the USA, so you know you can trust it. To learn more about Pranicura, I will leave a link to them in the description below. Definitely check them out and their impressive reviews. Pranicura, thank you for being our trusted sponsor. Straight on to tip number 6, wet wipes, okay? They can be your best friend as well as your worst friend, okay? With wet wipes, they're fine to use as long as you have the water wipes, all right? Don't be using wet wipes that contain all the chemicals and stuff like that because they cause skin sensitivity, which is just gonna make an itchy anus and itchy bottom far worse. So avoid the chemical wet wipes, just go for water ones to use as and when needed. So I really do hope that these tips help, but please remember there are also other reasons and causes for anal itching, which you will have to seek medical advice for. I'm gonna leave loads more information in the description below. Please do check out and sending awesome vibes.